If you would have said that, your mom would have did it.
No,
oh, exactly, exactly.
Like that.
We are going to be doing a story time. Now, this isn't going to have good audio or audio like it normally is because I'm actually talking to my friends Ben and Malachi, and I don't want to shut down my Skype in order to record my audio on this microphone here, and they're actually listening to me as I make this video. But I wanted to record a story time for you guys, and it's already 12:31 a.m., and I really want to get it out to you very soon. So I'm recording it now. This story time is about how in the last 3 years of my life, going to my summer camp, we have gotten our camp counselor. Every year, there's a different camp counselor, and each year we have made that camp counselor cry. They have left the next year and never came back. Let's start from 6th grade, which was about 2 years ago, okay? And this was the first time I went to Reach Camp. That's what we call our middle school group. So there's Basic, which is the elementary. There's Reach, which is the middle school, which I'm in now. And then there's Underground, which is the high school. Now, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I live in the suburbs, which is generally a white area. There's not anything bad that ever happens here. I think there was a car break-in, like, maybe a year or two ago, but that was like the only thing that has ever really happened that is bad. Nothing past that escalation. This place where everyone lives that I go to the projects at, it's projects. I'm not trying to be rude, okay? A lot of them are very smart, but it's a tougher environment. If you guys know like the North Side or Aliquippa, it's basically those places, and that's where these kids are raised. And so, you know, I was telling them about where I live, which is the suburbs, and they didn't even know what it was. They just knew the streets, the city, okay? So these kids, they like to test the teachers that come in. And there's actually this group of boys in my school that test the substitutes and stuff like that and make it harder for them to just teach, okay? And that's kind of what these girls do at my school. In my class, it's all girls. We're split up, girls, boys. In 6th grade, we had a teacher. Let's call her Miss Jennifer. Miss Jennifer was a white teacher teaching almost all African Americans. There was like 1 or 2 other white girls. These group of girls, it was me and my friends, and then there were like 10 other girls over here. So imagine like 2 separate groups, right? These group of girls would not shut up. They just kept making fun of her.
If you would have said that, your mom would have did it.
No,
oh, exactly, exactly.
Like that.
Every mom do. Every mom do. Every mom do.
Don't worry
about
it.
My mom do that to me.
Oh, this lady, right, she would say, be quiet, stop, but nothing would work. And we drove her to the point that she could not return from, and she cried. It wasn't the first day, like I'm going to be telling you about, but it was like the middle of the year, and a lot of them had been giving her attitude about different things, and she had been getting really frustrated with what was happening, and she cried. Then next year in 7th grade, which was last summer, we had another teacher, a new one. That one had left. After saying at the beginning of the year that she was going to stay and try to come back next year for a job, she left because of what had happened in the hard year that had happened. Fast forward to next year, we have a new teacher, okay? And we're going to call her Miss London. Okay, we're going to call her Miss London. And Miss London had an assistant with her because the students can work there who are of age. So in high school, around 12th grade to going to college, they can work there as kind of like assistant counselors, and they just help around, go to multiple classrooms. So our assistant counselor, let's call her Miss Katie. Miss Katie was African American, and Miss London was white, okay? And Miss London, she was very spiritual. She was in tune with God, like so crazy where people thought that she was kind of weird. She she gave us scriptures and gave us prophecies to follow and told us that, like, some could tell the future and stuff like that. She was just really weird. Like, she had us close our eyes at one point. We were all in, like, it was Bible study. She had us close our eyes and just listen to this Christian music. And then she said she saw the Holy Spirit. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with that. Obviously, I believe in it. It's a Christian camp, even though it's not really Christian by how these people act. You know, it was really weird sometimes. And she had, like, this basket. You would take scriptures every day home. And it was just really weird, as in it was very spiritual. And a lot of the girls weren't used to that. So, again, it was me and my friends, because I hate making people feel bad. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. At least people I don't know. And so it was me and my friends, and then these group of girls again. And these group of girls were so mean to this lady. So mean to Miss London. But whenever Miss Katie, we called her that, right? Whenever Miss Katie would come into the room, they would just shut up. They would be quiet. They gave her respect, but as soon as Miss Katie left, this woman was given torture for how strong of a belief she had in Jesus Christ. And I think that, like, it's a Christian camp. We should all be spiritual, right? But instead, these girls are swearing. And she told one of the girls, we're going to name her Samantha. Samantha's African American. I know it's not an African American name, but whatever. So she told Samantha to stop swearing. And Samantha just took the swear word and rhymed it and said, hey, I'm not swearing anymore. And they just gave her so much hate, and they were so mean to her. And she ended up crying towards the middle of the school year. Middle of the summer, or whatever you want to call it for summer camp. And she was crying, and she got really frustrated and mad. Her face turned red, and she left. And at the beginning of the year, again, she had said that she wanted to stay and do this for a while. And she even kept that up and kept saying that till the end of the year. But we have no idea what happened to her. And we even asked this year on the first day, and no one knows what happened to her. So she wants no contact whatsoever to do with us. And let me just say, they never come back and visit either. So that's not exactly a coincidence. Getting to this year. Finally, you guys have arrived this year.
Steven, y'all don't hear me. Y'all better go to the doctor.
I like the shut up.
I had to get tubes in my ear because I can't hear.
Well, I only have had one day in the first week because I went on vacation. You guys can see that on my vlog channel. But on that first day that I was there on Monday, what was it? Like June 20th? Something like that. But anyways, Monday. Tell me why we made our teacher cry on the first day of summer camp. And let me remind you, this is a new counselor, so this is her first day too. So let's call her Miss Teacher. Okay, we're just gonna call her Miss Teacher, because I don't want to make up names anymore. So Miss Teacher has an assistant again. Her name is Miss Assistant. Okay, Miss Teacher and Miss Assistant. Miss Assistant is African American. Get the trend here. And then Miss Teacher is white. Now, Miss Teacher started off the day. I actually had a great start to the day. I was talking to my friends. A lot of them had gone up to high school, but I still had a good group of friends that were in my grade. And actually, one of my friends ended up not coming this year because so many of our friends were in high school that she just wanted to wait until we get up there next year. Going back to the point, the girls of the other group, again, it was me and my friends, and then the girls of the other group. Literally, our tables were separated because there wasn't enough room. So our teacher started off by yelling. She was like, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And as the day progressed, no one was listening to her.
Okay, so you being on your phone, like, why do I have to ask you so many times? So why can't you just do it the first time? Because sometimes I'll be texting my mom.
No, you don't. Off the iPod.
You can.
You was not texting your mom. You are a liar.
That's an
You are a liar. You are
so
a liar.
confused, like,
Except me and my group of friends, because we're the good kids. That's not even exaggerating. We're actually, like, good. And just throughout the day, they were edging her on, being so disrespectful, so rude, not being quiet.
I have a question, Destiny. What color can, because the thing has like
Yeah,
a
but it could
love
break.
black all around it. For what?
Like
outlining the whole thing, but the colors still showing. What color can it be?
She was going to the point, she was screaming at the top of her lungs.
That's the thing.
And when she talked to you, she be
right across the room, and she asked you to put your phone with me. Like you can't hear. Oh, you can't hear. The thing is, y'all trying to no. See, that's the thing. She's not dumb. Y'all trying to talk to her like she's dumb. She's not dumb.
And then we got to reading time, and we were supposed to be like reading this book together because I'm in advanced reading, and in my summer camp we do a reading program in order like for the advanced readers, and they just put whole groups in it now. They kind of like changed that up. But we were doing reading time, right? And I was reading along with my friend Tylee. I'm going to use her actual name. We were both reading, and she constantly was saying, quiet down. And through this, our Miss Assistant kept leaving the room, kept coming back in. When she would come back in, everyone would be good. When she left, no one was good, okay? And then she left out, right? And Miss Teacher couldn't get anyone quiet. And she was like, hold on, Kiara, stop reading. And she said, why you give her respect, but when she leaves, you don't give me respect? Why don't you quiet down? And the girls at the other table, they said, because you scream too much. So she's like, well, okay, please quiet down. And they just talked over her. They swore, threatened to cut each other's hair. They just talked over her like she wasn't even there. And she's like, do you guys understand me? Why aren't you listening? Why aren't you listening? And she was just so passive. She was like, girls, be quiet, please. Girls, be quiet. Because she was told that she was yelling too much, and that's why people weren't listening. But the truth is that they were tricking her, testing her again. And her face turned red, and she was very frustrated. And one of the girls at the table, they were like, are you about to cry? And the girl started snickering. And she's like, yes, because you guys won't give me respect. And then she teared up. Tears came down, and she bolted out of the room and got the camp counselor that also runs Surf City. And she gave us a big, long speech and told us how this was unacceptable. And it never got better. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen furthermore at my summer camp. And I mean, if you guys enjoyed this story time, please tell me. I'm going to have so many stories to tell you. In fact, I already have so many stories to tell you from my summer camp, because these girls are like so rude. But they're also hilarious. And I have some pretty crazy stories of my own. Also, my aunt knows them because she's some of their nurses, so that's eventful. So she has stories too. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the bad audio. I didn't want to use my mic today. I love you guys, and goodbye.